Welcome back to JetSurf Nation, your place where we test and review different jet boards and eFoils. If you remember, last summer we did a full comparison of the two best eFoils on the market, Fliteboard Ultra against the new Liftfoils E3. Both are professional boards, top of the line. You really cannot go wrong with any of them. If you missed our detailed video, make sure to check it out. I'll put it in the comments below. We really did full in-depth comparison in 30 minutes, but it's must-see for everyone looking to buy professional eFoil. As always, joining me today, Pedro. He's a professional rider. He's participator in the Flight Cup last summer, and he really rides his board almost every single day. Welcome, Pedro.
Hi, Mike. Thank you very much for the invitation. We are in the beautiful beach of Baleal. And we've got here the new True Glide Prop. It's brand new from Fliteboard, and today we're gonna do the unboxing. We're going to show you how to mount it, and we're gonna test it.
The goal of this video is to do a quick full comparison of the new True Glide Prop from Fliteboard against the folding prop of the Liftfoils. As you know, I have been using folding prop for a while now. I used it in my original review of Liftfoils and I really love it. It's a really fun propeller, it's quite safe, very easy to use, and if you missed it, right now I'm going to show you how it works. When you get into position and start feeling the power of the wave, the speed of your eFoil is going to increase, and your natural feeling would be release the trigger slowly, which is a big mistake. You have to learn to let it go. To make sure that your folding prop closes, you have completely dropped your remote control. Well, you don't have to actually drop it, just release the trigger altogether. Once the folding prop closes, you will feel riding the wave unpowered. Keep pushing on the back side of your eFoil to make sure you don't nosedive. Keep balancing and try not to breach. And be ready to get wet, the wipeouts, they're going to be brutal. Once you feel that the wave power is going down, you have to repower. Push the nose and then press the trigger and expect a little bit of delay for the folding prop to open and give you power again. That's pretty much it. Go back to lineup, rinse and repeat. And in 10,000 waves, maybe you'll be as good as Vasco in this video. And in 10 million waves, as Laird Hamilton. Once you reach 10 billion, your level will reach Mark Zuckerberg. All together, position yourself on the wave, get maximum speed and drop. Woo! And we are riding the wave, just like that, powerless. And when it's getting weaker, get ready to power, push the nose. Woo! And go again. Perfect. Now let's get to Fliteboard Ultra True Glide Prop. Pedro is going to unbox it, show what's inside, how you mount it, and then we'll compare it to my folding prop. Okay, Pedro, so what do we have in the box?
Well, okay, when you receive a new box with a True Glide Prop, you'll get instruction manual, your True Glide Prop, and some tools. They are giving you some bolts because, as you can check in the instructions, you can use one bolt each time, okay? So every time you took your propeller, you have to use a new bolt, okay? It's really easy to assemble. We assume you already took out your traditional propeller and the prop guard, so everything is ready. The pro cone is here, and we are ready to put the True Glide Prop. The pro cone is already mounted, so you just take one of the brakes, you just adjust the propeller, you put the bolt and use the special tool.
So we tighten it up.
Yeah. And then with the special tool provided with the True Glide Prop, you just screw the new bolt.
Very easy. The idea of the True Glide Prop is that it's going to spin just with the flow of the water when you release the trigger. Can you show us, Pedro?
Yeah. It spins freely from this side and the other one is locked.
And we assume the drag is minimal. It looks like it has some drag when you try to spin it in the air, and it's normal. Some users were confused about that.
Yeah, I've just tested with the flow of a water jet, and it really goes freely.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be spinning in the water, not in the air. Yeah, exactly. Here we have a True Glide. As you can see, it's spinning really easy with minimum effort. And here is the regular 3-blade propeller. It looks the same, but it doesn't spin at all and acts like brakes. And if we compare it to my folding prop, the idea is completely different. When we release the trigger, the folding prop is going to close and there is no drag at all. If we compare them, there is no way for us to compare them 100% scientifically, but I would assume still that folding prop would have little bit less drag because there are no blades here whatsoever. They close completely. However, from what we saw from the users of True Glide Prop, it really has almost no drag at all. So what was your experience with True Glide Prop? And I saw also Tom Court is using it. Tell me more, Pedro.
Yes, for the things for the ideas that I've changed with Tom Court, he's saying that with this kind of propeller, it's easier to restart when you finish to do the wave. It's easier to restart and going again to the peak. Okay, because as you told me with the folding prop, you get like a strong kick when you restart again the engine, right? And with this, probably will be more smooth to regain the ride.
And what speed is he going? At 0, or is he keeping some power?
He told me that when you start to gain the energy of the wave, you just release the trigger and then you start to surfing and power. And then at the end of the wave, he's actually on speed 1, and then he regained the power and then get going on the wave and start to pull some more speed.
Very cool.
So let's try it.
Yeah. There you have it, guys. I just had an amazing session in the waves with my folding prop. I know I'm just a beginner. I've been riding with a folding prop only for a couple of weeks, but my experience was unbelievable. It's really amazing feeling gliding above the water surface completely unpowered, using the power of the wave. If you've been efoiling on the lake your whole life, make sure you go to the ocean at least once and go unpowered on the waves. It's uncomparable feeling. It's very challenging but very rewarding. The wing I'm using here is called 200 Surf. It's my favorite wing. It's curvy, it's easy to turn, and it gives me enough power to glide over the surface of the water unpowered. The back here is called 34 Surf Stabilizer wing. I also have high aspect ratio wing 170 and 200, but the issue with high ratio for me, they always go straight. It's quite difficult for me to turn. They give you more optimized gliding, and you can glide much longer. You can even pump a little bit with eFoil, which is quite difficult. Another thing that I love about my folding prop is that it's very smooth. When it's closing, there is no drag, there are no sharp edges here, nothing is going to hurt you. The water goes through this smoothly, creating an amazing experience and very natural gliding. All in all, if you're going to get Liftfoils, make sure you get the folding prop. You're not going to regret it. Now, if we compare folding prop and the True Glide Prop, first of all, it's really not a choice. because for Liftfoils you are only going to get the folding prop, and for Fliteboard it's only the True Glide, so there is no choice. It's just one of them. Next, the main disadvantage of the folding prop, it's almost 3 times more expensive. It's around 1,000 euros, while the True Glide costs
200 something.
Yeah, about the same as a regular prop. It also looks like a regular prop. It has 3 bearing inside, but the size, the shape is completely the same. It's 3-blade prop, while the folding prop is 2-blade, which means if you're trying to tow somebody on low torque, on low rotations, this one is supposed to get more torque and more power on low speeds, which means it's easier to tow on Fliteboard.
Yeah, let's hope so. My main concern is that strong kick that you get when regaining the power from when you're out of the wave, because it makes you fall lots of the times because the energy is too strong.
Yeah, it's a good point. And also with the folding prop, the most difficult part is when you regain the power, when you stop riding with the power of the wave and you have to start with the trigger again. It has to open, and to open you have to put some power. It cannot open when it's too slow, and this kind of experience is quite challenging. You have to be pushing quickly more on the nose again and try to regain the balance, and then push the trigger even more. First you're going to fall a lot, don't be embarrassed.
Okay, let's try it in the water.
Yeah,
and then we'll see what ideas we have. Okay.
Yeah. And most important, guys, have fun. Riding in the waves is the most exciting but also most challenging experience you can have on those eFoils. It's completely different from your traditional flat lake eFoiling. It's much more challenging, trust me. You're going to fall a lot, so make sure you're using protection, your helmet, life vest and full body suit, because you're going to hit by the wings quite often.
Yeah, and don't forget the leash when you're riding waves too.
Yes, you really don't want to crash this 30-kilogram metal axe into the head of other surfers or yourself. So be safe, have fun, and let's go to the water.
Let's go to the water, Mike. It's my turn now.
All right.
Let's go to the water.
So, Pedro is ready to go. What's the setup are you going to use right now?
Okay, so today I'm using the Fliteboard Ultra with the flow wing, the 1100, the stabilizer 245, with a True Glide prop, and you're using the Shim one.
All right. And here we have a leash, just in case. Always use a leash in the waves.
Yes.
Good luck, Pedro.
Thank you. Let's
Cheers.
go. Let's go to the water.
How was your ride, Pedro?
Wow, it was amazing. The surf foiling with the eFoils are amazing. It's a completely different sport. It's really fun. For sure, it's the future of eFoiling. It's to surf.
But let's be honest, guys, it's really also very challenging. It's not like you're going to jump on the ultra board and will be carving, riding the waves from the start. It takes a few weeks at least to understand how it works, how to release the trigger. So it's a very challenging and very rewarding experience, like I'm always saying.
Yes, first you have to do some steps, you have to know how to turn, how to do some snaps with your board, be very comfortable in all the positions. Try to pump a little bit, because when you're leaving the wave it's tricky to get the re-entry, and that's it, but it's hours of surfing.
And for learning, make sure to pick a small swell. 2-3 feet is ideal. Without big chop, it will make it much easier, especially on a low tide when waves are forming far from the shore, so you're not going to crash
Yeah,
into
and
the
beware with the
sandbank.
rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Stay away from the rocks, stay away from other surfers, respect everyone. You can catch all the waves that regular surfers will never gonna catch anyway. So there is enough room for everyone in the ocean.
Yeah, that's one of the big advantage of this sport, is that you can catch the waves that are not breaking already, and you can catch all the lines up in the sea.
Okay guys, I hope our experience will inspire all of you to go out there, learn efoiling on the waves. So make sure you share in the comments below how was your experience learning riding the waves with eFoil.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and as
fun.
always, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Take care.
Subscribe and follow JetSurfing Nation.
Exactly. Cheers.
Cheers.
See you in the water.